age-old adage of what gets measured gets tracked is true with just-in-time too. In fact, if you are measuring the pace, demand, or times of activities, it may be considered a guessing game. So, does this mean we should measure everything? With every form of indicator we know about? No. It means we need to find indicators that give us a pulse on things. That's where a measurement known as takt time comes in. Takt time is a German phrase for the baton the conductor uses to set the tempo of an orchestra. Takt time refers to the rate at which products, information, and/or services need to be completed in to keep up with customer demand. Much like the pulse of a heart rate, takt time tells us whether we are beating at a healthy rate or we are falling dangerously behind. Takt time is most commonly represented in either seconds, minutes, or sometimes hours. For simplicity, we will calculate our takt time in minutes. To determine what your takt time is for your process, you need to divide the total daily amount of working time, or the net available time, by the required quantity of products per day. The key here is required. In other words, the customer demand per day. Let's look at an example. Let's say that we have 480 minutes of available time in a workday. 60 of those minutes are for lunch and break, which leaves us with 420 minutes of available work time. Our next figure will be an assumed 20 working days per month. We will come back to this. Let's say that in the current month, we have 4 different products that total 45,000 pieces that need to be made. Our first step would be divide the 45,000 pieces by the number of days per month to get the average daily quantity. 45,000 divided by 20 equals 2,250 parts per day. Now that we know how many of the 4 different pieces we need to be made each day, we can calculate our takt time. This is done by first dividing the amount of available time per day by the number of parts per day. In our case, we would divide 420 minutes by 2,250 parts. This would equal 0.19 minutes per unit takt time. So, what does this mean? To put it simply, it means that every 0.19 minutes, we need to produce 1 unit or we fall behind of the current customer demand. That is a little over 5 units per minute. Now you can try. Let's say that you have a work day that has an available time of 480 minutes per day. After calculating the demand per day, you discover that you need to make 10 parts per day. What is your takt time? You can write your answers down, start a discussion with the community, or answer in the upcoming assignment. Thanks for watching, everyone, and we'll see you in the next video.